Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. Can I just say, I am so proud to be a Doctor Who fan. It's so utterly unique and British, and because I'm British, I'm so proud of it. It's so inherently British and unique, and I love it. I'm proud of the classic era, and I'm proud that this revival exists and has existed since 2005. I'm utterly proud that we've had Russell T Davies, Stephen Moffat, and Chris Chibnall, three passionate, knowledgeable Doctor Who fans running this show, and that's so utterly unique. So last night on BBC's Children in Need, Millie Gibson, yes, Coronation Street's Millie Gibson was announced as Ruby Sunday, Ncuti Gatwa's brand spanking new companion. And I'm so proud of her and happy for her because I've been watching her in Coronation Street for quite a while now, turning in remarkable performances. There's no one more deserving of their names being up in lights than Millie. Millie is amazing. She's sensational. She absolutely deserves this opportunity. And if you saw my reaction on my live video on YouTube last night, you saw me fall to my knees and scream to the heavens. You know, I love talented people, but she's so hardworking. I believe she has been the performer of the year. And I'm not just talking about British TV. I'm talking about American TV, streaming, movies, and British TV. Millie is so utterly talented, and I'm so excited. And so we are going back to the Doctor and one companion. Now, the people saying this is a better format, and I'm happy with that format. I don't have an issue with it, by the way, and it's cool that we're going back to it. I don't believe having more than one companion is a problem. It's the way you execute it. In the very first series, you know, of Doctor Who, we had the Doctor, we had his granddaughter, and we had another two companions, Ian and Barbara, and it worked. It can work. So I don't have a preference for the Doctor and one companion, or the Doctor and multiple companions. Probably if I was running Doctor Who, I would have the Doctor, the companion, Chameleon. Did Chameleon die? I don't know. Chameleon and you know, Canine. I would have all those people and robots or whatever you want to call them on the TARDIS. I would fucking go mad on it. Probably why I should never run Doctor Who. Russell T Davies, when he originally ran the show, gave us a very reliable show. It was a children's show, yes, a children's show loved by adults too. It was accessible to everyone. Mums and mums, dads and dads, mums and dads and their children sat together to watch this show. And when Stephen Moffat and Chris Chibnall took it to a different direction, I'm not calling that bad directions because I don't think they're bad directions inherently, but it went away from that family audience. And whether you're talking about cinema or television, family audiences are so vital to your success. I think Ncuti is amazing. He's a very talented young actor. He's going to be a fantastic Doctor. I have no doubts about him. And I've seen the pictures of him and Millie together. Don't they look wonderful together? And already in my mind, I'm imagining conversations. But what kind of companion is Ruby Sunday going to be? Is she going to be from, and I'm assuming the new series will launch in 2024, so is she a modern day 2024 young woman? Is she from the 1920s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s? Now, anyone who knows me knows that my preference would have been to go away from the young modern day female companion and tried something a little bit more ambitious. My preference would be that Ruby Sunday would be from the past or even an alien. But I will admit this, if you want her to be relatable, maybe she does work as kind of another Rose Tyler. And those comparisons have already started. let's be absolutely clear here. Russell T Davies has already stated he wouldn't be coming back if he was going to do the same old thing. And he said his Doctor Who show will be very different. I hope so, but different doesn't mean bad. And, you know, my trust on Russell T Davies is so high. He's one of my creative inspirations. The man is amazing. He can do and say whatever he wants. I don't care. Now, I did a video last week saying I didn't agree with his comments about Jodie's costume, but I do think Russell was bullshitting us about that. And I think ultimately the people, him, and even David maybe don't like the costume. Maybe David didn't want to wear the costume. Who knows? We'll never know. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. Now, personally, I think David would have looked okay in the costume. Clearly, they didn't want David wearing that costume. It's done. And clearly, there's a deeper narrative line to why a brand new outfit, you know, kind of regenerated with this 14th Doctor. David Tennant right now is our Doctor. And until these episodes are launched next year, now apparently they're 3 anniversary episodes. And it's interesting. Shoot is under a different pressure to what Matt Smith was with the 50th. Matt was already an established Doctor that everybody loved. Shooty's got to, you know, his first episodes, if there are 3 anniversary episodes, are going to be jumping into this anniversary of this giant, iconic character and show. And that's really difficult for an actor to do because he hasn't established himself as the Doctor yet. But it's going to be utterly exciting to see. Russell T Davies could pick up 2 vagrants from the streets, cast them as the Doctor and the companion, and they'd be great. This man is a genius. This man created the franchise before Kevin Feige did, right? We had a Doctor Who franchise, Doctor Who, the Sarah Jane Adventures, Torchwood. You know, it was there until he left. And unfortunately, once he left, that died with him. And this guy has the kind of abundance of talent, more talent than Kevin Feige will ever have. And I'm not putting Kevin down because he's done amazing things with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But Russell T Davies has been working with children's TV in his early years. He did Queer as Folk, which was groundbreaking. You know, he's amazing. He's a genius. I have no doubts what's going on here. But although Russell has said he wouldn't have come back if the show wasn't going to be really different, in terms of the Doctor and the companion, we've got a Doctor and a really young female companion. And this is why people were kind of comparing her to Rose Tyler. I think her age and her gender is where the comparisons will end. I think Ruby Sunday sounds like a kind of old-fashioned type of name from the past. That's just my opinion. So we shouldn't make any assumptions where she's from, what time she's from. Anything could be happening here. Will she be introduced via these 3 anniversary specials next year? Who knows? But the casting is huge and brilliant. You can tell when a casting is non-controversial because either people are utterly complimentary or Twitter and social media goes quiet. There's not much being said about Millie and her casting. I'm probably the most excited person, and I think Coronation Street fans who have seen her performing so brilliantly. She's one of the best actors I've ever seen in this game. She's sensational. She's going to be sensational, and I couldn't be more prouder of her as a Corrie fan who's been seeing her perform her wonderful art form for so many years. So Doctor Who continues to rewrite itself through these revivals, through the classic era. Every time there's a new Doctor, the show changes, and it's so utterly brilliant. And I celebrate every era there's ever been of Doctor Who. There's some I prefer more than others, but I celebrate this unique franchise because if there wasn't a Doctor Who and someone come up with a concept, it would be rejected because Doctor Who's a concept that shouldn't work, but it does. It's amazing, it's fantastic, and I have no negativity about Doctor Who at this moment just pure and utter excitement. Congratulations to Millie. I'm so excited and pumped for your casting. This has been Movies TV Mad. I am Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this beautiful perfection. And I'll see you again in the next video. Until I see you again, goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.